think I'll keep quiet.
Stand by me. I want to be free.
So, I was lucky to find the Rifttown vendor with a double gun I'm about to show, which I thought about it and I realized, actually, that would be way better. I was using, first off, let me talk. Nikola's Revenge I decided to get rid of anyway, because Nikola's Revenge is awesome in groups, but it's similar to what Strings of Gauss used to be, which is that it doesn't do hardly any damage to the dude you're actually shooting if there isn't anyone near him. It's this weird thing. I think what I've gathered is that it does that initial damage it says it does to the dude when you shoot him, but then it doesn't do anything else to him unless there's ads near him, in which case it'll continue damaging both him and the ads. But if it's just one dude alone without anyone near him the entire time, it doesn't do much. And I've noticed whenever I took it into this boss fight, where there's hardly any of that, it's mostly just the boss. Yeah, Nikola's Revenge is always on the bottom barrel of the damage. But I know it does damage to him because it's on the damage list, but it's like less than virtually everything else I have, so. Whereas anywhere else, it's like one of the top tier damage mods. So it's cool. I wish you didn't do that because it does turn your gun into a lightning gun. But it's just, I need more focus damage on this dude because his he has plenty of AOE coverage, plenty of AOE damage coverage. He does not need any more of that on his gun. What he's missing, as I've said before, is more focus damage to keep up with my other builds against the elites and the boss fights, so it doesn't take him freaking forever to take down elites. And I saw that double gun, and I also realized Strings of Gauss. Someone told me in a comment in another YouTube video, and I tested it. I'm like, oh, you're right. Strings of Gauss now hits the dude you're targeting. Wouldn't you know? So Strings of Gauss, and sure enough, when I used it with Claymore Torrent, they both were literally identical in the expedition damage anywhere I took them, because their damage numbers are roughly the same. Claymore Torrent has slightly more damage, whereas Strings of Gauss has slightly better AoE than Claymore Torrent, but they both actually damage the dude exactly the amount it says for the dude you're targeting, which makes their single target damage, just like Claymore Torrents, is okay. So Strings of Gauss is too, and you get to still see that lightning effect on them. So I'm like, okay, I'm putting that on him. And this double gun was actually really good for him because it has weapon leech, close range damage, and skill leech. Literally the three attributes I would only use on this dude. The double gun is great because its ammo lasts pretty well when I need it to, but then also if I really need to just shoot a while, it's also great for the weapon leech healing if I really need to shoot, since it has great RPM. And it came with Slashing Twister, which heals you based off weapon leech. Claymore is not the best one, I know, but it was buffed too, and it's also about just as strong as Storm Whip. So it's not as good as Death Chains, but it's almost as good in terms of the damage now. So its damage is actually not bad. But yeah, I decided to use this, and you saw like this dude's single target damage went up for sure now just by making that change, and he is even tankier because now his primary gun heals him a decent amount. The pistols are still useful though if I really need a lot of healing.